What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. So, for those who don't know, I go to the movies a lot, and I go to concerts a lot. So last year I went to 12 different concerts. You can see them all right here, all the different bands. We went to go see, me and Chelsea went to go see 12 different concerts throughout the year. Very exciting, a lot of good music happening last year. This year we already have a bunch of stuff lined up as well. My Chemical Romance, System of a Down, Tyler the Creator. Those are three that we know for sure that we're doing. But yeah, here are the 12 concerts we went to last year. We're going to talk about them a little bit and then rank them. So if you're curious, this is kind of music and stuff I listen to. And I have the dates right here on my phone. And March 2nd, so January, February, March. Usually January and February I think are slower bunch just because they're colder and stuff like that. I guess. I don't know. But yeah, in March 2nd, we saw Queen Irby. She's a rap pop singer person. I love her a lot. She's a lot of fun. First time seeing her. A lot of these bands were my first time seeing them as well too. But yeah, really cool. The way I'm gonna talk about this is gonna be like overall like experience I had too. Just to let you know. So Queen Irby, I don't remember her opener that much, but the set was like in this really small place, not a lot of room at all, and it was really packed. And I don't know, it wasn't a lot of fun to begin with that way. And there was a person for me that was like definitely like just like super messed up, which is fine, do your own thing, but just leave me alone. And they didn't, so they're kind of annoying. But she did good. She did fine. You definitely tell that like she wasn't rapping 100%, which is definitely what I care about more is her rap style stuff. But she put on a great performance. I probably rank it like a 6 or 7 in my top 12, and we're looking at all 12 of these. And we'll probably break these down here at the end, and I'll try my best to rank them all. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It wasn't great. It was cool to see her. Don't get me wrong. I'm still a huge Queen Irby fan. Puts out great music if you like the pop music, especially pop rap, which I do like a lot. Number 2 was on March 30th. We went to go see Mitis. It's my brother's favorite brand, so I bought him tickets. He flew out to Philly to come see him with me, and the venue was really cool. It was like an underground setting, but it wasn't underground. It was like this club kind of thing. It had like an upstairs kind of vibe to it as well. Like you can like be downstairs, had like pillar stuff. So it made it look like it was underground, but like behind it, you got like go upstairs. There was couches and stuff. It was like an EDM festival, EDM kind of show. The only downfall about this person, there wasn't a lot of people there. I guess they're not as well known. I guess EDM is also probably not that well gone to unless you go to these massive festivals. And there was a lot of openers. There was a lot of openers that I just didn't know, and I was like, okay. So you had to sit through all those, stuff like that. And I'm fine with sometimes sitting a bunch, but like a bunch I just don't know. It's kind of meh. So, and I guess once again, these are my experiences. Nobody did bad or anything. But there wasn't a lot of people there, so it didn't feel like a party. It felt more like you kind of were just hanging out with friends kind of thing. Also, he booed the Dallas Cowboys, so like forget that. Number 3 was Electric Callboy. Definitely probably one of the most hyped bands I wanted to go see. That was in May 12th. It's a German techno metal band, which I know sounds crazy, but they're like insane. If you like metal music, they're definitely something to check out for sure. Definitely probably one of my favorite bands to see for sure. It was hyped on the list to see. And then the venue was very small. It was like a Fillmore in Maryland. It was packed. It was so packed. I was in the very back, and like we were packed in like sardines. But even though it was packed, like Queen Irby, I think people were more respectful. And it was a lot more fun. So to me, that was like cool. The openers were great too. I forget who the opener was. Let me see if I can find it. I can't remember who it was. But it was somebody I wanted to see before. It's like an older band that I wanted to see before. So let's see. College Couple opened in 2024. No. Was it Buried Tomorrow? Maybe it was Buried Tomorrow? I don't remember. I can't remember anymore. Let's see. If I could figure out, let's see. Let's do Maryland 2024. Yeah, Barry Tomorrow, I guess. Yeah, so Barry Tomorrow. Maybe that was the band. I can't remember anymore. But they were good. They put on a great performance. They've been around for like a long time. It's like mid 2000s. But it was cool to see like this like German metal band singing both like in German and English. So it was pretty cool. I like the venue. Like I said, it was really small, but the parking was really close by, so that was good. Midas, the parking was like, it was rainy. It was like, get a park across the street, everything like that. It was kind of far away. And I guess Electric Cowboy was probably not that closer either. It was just like, wasn't raining, so it wasn't as bad of an experience. But anyways, number 4 was Hozier. This is a band we've actually seen before. This is the second time we've seen them. We saw them last time in Memphis at the Orpheum. Now this time it was at... it was in New Jersey. I forget what the venue is called. I've been there multiple times. We go there 3 times this year. But it's a pretty cool setting. It's like, it's an outside setting, and like, there's the bottom is like seats and stuff where you can go, or you can go to the above where it's like, where it's like a lawn area. So I like doing that, like going to a lawn and just like sitting out and just chilling and like, or maybe standing up, whatever. I don't have to worry about people, because I'm definitely not trying to fight people anymore to watch bands. But this one was like probably the most packed concert I've been to. I mean, maybe not most packed. Yeah, most packed is basically the correct word. Not the most people, most packed concert I've ever been to, because we were packed like sardines. Like, usually when you go see bands at this venue, you can like maybe sit down and you're okay, like in the lawn. This time you couldn't even sit down because it was I think it was oversold. I get that it was sold out, but I think it was oversold, and I think they didn't have enough like seats or like enough area for people. So that was miserable. He did okay. Hozier's not my favorite type of music. Kind of makes me like want to go to sleep a little bit. I like the Whiskey song a lot. That's pretty good. But a lot of it's just like, you know, playing guitar, kind of mellow kind of thing. So, you know, whatever. To each their own. But not a bad band, just not like my favorite band for sure. But definitely really cool to see. Next up was actually 30 Seconds to Mars. Now, 30 Seconds to Mars was actually in the same venue as Hozier. Now, the cool thing about 30 Seconds to Mars is AFI and Poppy opened up for them, and that was exciting because AFI and Poppy are 2 of my other favorite bands. I've seen Poppy probably like 5 times now. AFI, this is our 2nd time seeing them, which is great. The problem with it is 30 Seconds to Mars did not put on that great of a performance. You can see it's just Jared Leto and his brother now, and that's it. There's nobody else in the band. It's literally just them 2, and that's it. And nobody else. And I'm fine with that. Don't get me wrong. There's another band on here that's literally just 2 people. And literally, like Queen O'Brien, is just 1 person. So that's fine. The problem is, Jared Leto doesn't really know how to play instruments, and his brother just plays guitars, or just plays drums. And nothing nothing wrong with that. It was just like, I don't know, when you go see them, you want to hear some of the guitar and other stuff that they used to do. And so, like, that stuff was definitely just, like, auto-tuned in most of the time. And then, like, it wasn't that good of a performance. And I'll tell you this, the concert was so few tickets sold. So remember, Hozier and 30 Seconds to Mars are in the same venue. Hozier was so packed that we couldn't sit down in the grass. 30 Seconds to Mars was so undersold that they were giving away tickets to go sit in the seats if you're in the lawn. Somebody came to me like, "You want tickets to the up front?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm good. I just want to chill in the back." You know, I was excited because the first time I wanted to see first time seeing 30 Seconds to Mars, they just didn't put on that good of a performance, unfortunately. Next up was Glass Animals with "I Love You So Much," their new CD that just came out. The opener was a rapper. He went by a different rap name, but now has a new rap name and stuff like that. So, like, it was okay, because, like, he was, like, go between his new music and old music. I knew a couple of his old songs with his old rap name. I can't remember what it is right now. But Glass Animals did a fantastic job. They're definitely, like, one of my, like, they did such a good job. They're definitely probably one of my favorite concerts for sure this year. The set was amazing. It transformed a lot. Their energy was great. You could tell they're like loving their job. Like I said, the set was so much fun, and like it changed and stuff like that. And it had this like UFO alien kind of experience, which was a lot of fun to see. And they just did a great job. Like the vibe was good. We were on this was another like you can sit in the back of the lawn, go chairs, or go in the front where the pit is. And I was in the pit in this one. The bad thing about this one, if you're in the lawn, where the railing is, and this is somewhere in Maryland, you can't really see. So like if you're on the lawn, you can't really see going down. So that's unfortunate. But they did a great job. They did fantastic. It was so much fun for sure. Next up is Childish Gambino against Donald Glover. This was insane. This was in the Wells Fargo Center in Philly, and holy cow, this was an insane performance. They had these like lights that dropped and like made different faces and stuff. Gambino was like popping up different places and stuff, had all these different stuff. He did some of his hits, did stuff for his new CD and stuff like that. It was fantastic. Definitely like up there with Glass Animals and how good it is. So like they're definitely like 1 and 2. I don't know where it starts and ends at, but definitely they're on the higher end for sure. So it's them two. I'm probably counting like Electric like number 3 as we're talking right now. But fantastic. Willow did a great job too. She opened up for Gambino. Unfortunately, like Gambino, I don't know what's going on right now, but he's like really sick and just had surgery. He had to cancel his 2024 tour. I remember like he had canceled like a couple weeks after we saw him. So hopefully he's better. And I knew this was like going to be his last tour, but it might for real be his last tour now. So that's sad to see, but I'm glad to finally have seen Gambino. Did a great job. Next up is Green Day. Now, the big thing about Green Day is the opener was Smashing Pumpkins, which is like one of my favorite bands, and I've never got to see them. I've seen Green Day maybe 3-4 times now, but Smashing Pumpkins, I was so excited to see them. The problem was the venue was at Hershey Park in PA, and it is a monster to walk. And I get it, like I'm not the most in shape person, I get it, but I'm used to walking distances, right? This was so, I promise, it was a 30-minute hike to parking to the Hershey Stadium. It was so bad. And then after the concert, it was like, I was like, oh my god, because we were there because it was like a joint tour kind of thing going on. So like Smashing Pumpkins played like pretty much a full set, like 40-50 minutes, and then the band, the Violent, there was a band before them. I can't remember who it is now. Oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank. And they had another band before them, so like it was a lot of bands going on. But the cool thing about this one is Green Day, they did all of Dookie and all of American Idiot, as well as some of the new CD Savers. They knew people like wanted Dookie, wanted American Idiot, so you had those two CDs, which were like an hour plus long, and then you had Saviors clips in, so like you're talking like a 3 to 4 hour concert, just Green Day alone, which is insane. So that was really cool to see. They did a great job. It was cool to finally hear Dookie in his full and American Idiot in his full, because I've never really seen that before. So that was really cool to see. It's Smashing Pumpkins. Like, I was fantastic to see them. The problem is like people weren't there to see Smashing Pumpkins. So like when that happens, like if you're so hyped for an opener, watch out, because people will talk. And this is what happened. People talk during Smashing Pumpkins. I'm like, what are you doing? You're talking. I get that it's not like, I get it, it's a Green Day tour, but like, goodness gracious, shut up. Like, shut up. Stop talking during Smashing Pumpkins. Just don't talk against any openers. They're so rude. But anyways, whatever. But outside of Smashing Pumpkins, they did great. They did great. Green Day did great. The problem with this one is like, it was so far. It was so far. But like, playing-wise and everything else was great. Next up, 21 Pilots. I've seen 21 Pilots, for those who don't know, every concert they've had, every tour they've been to, you're about to make fun of me, but I've been there. I've been to every single one of their concerts. I've seen it when they were openers, and that's when I fell in love with, like back in like 2011, 2012, when they opened up with Fall Out Boy and Panic at the Disco, and I was like, oh, this band's sick. And then I saw them next at like this really small venue in Memphis, and it was like, it was $20 for a ticket, and like, there's maybe like only a handful of people there, and it was like a lot of fun to see them. And then like every year we see them, like I've seen them grow from like just being an opener nobody to like now selling these huge tours. And their energy is like, is so awesome. If you've never seen 21 Pilots, like definitely just like watch some of the videos. Like, they do so great, how interactive they are in the audience. Like, I'm scared. The problem now is they're getting so big that people are doing like dumb stuff. Like, when he's in the crowd of people are touching him and grabbing him and stuff. And like, what are you doing? You're gonna ruin this experience and make it where he doesn't want to do this. The battling on the floor and stuff like that. I love how they always get the drums and trees and stuff like that, and like you hold them up and stuff like that. They always do great. They're always exciting. 21 Pilots, definitely like one of my favorite bands of all time. Like I said, it's probably like my 5th or 6th time seeing them, maybe 7th. I can't keep count anymore. So really cool to see them. So that was 3 bands that on the list that we've seen before. Hozier, Green Day, and now 21 Pilots. Next up was Korn. Never seen Korn before, and opening up for the Korn was Gojira, which is crazy because Gojira just literally the Olympics. So like we saw an Olympic band, so double metal band going on. This is once again the same venue that 30 Seconds to Mars and Hozier was in the end. Oh, also with 21 Pilots, it was in this this Baltimore arena. I don't know the name of it. I apologize, but like we had pit tickets and like they had their own entrance, so it was really cool. It had their own merch stand down there. It had their own concession stand down there. Because like when you're at Wells Fargo in Philly, the merch and stuff, they don't have their own dedicated. You have to go like up the stairs and everything to do their merch and the concessions and get drinks, whatever. But at the Baltimore one, it was down below, so you could like walk into it. So it's really cool to see. But next up was Korn with Gojira open up. They did great. I love that Korn. You know, they're still doing their Adidas thing. They're still, you know, rocking like they're in the late 90s, early 2000s. I love it so much. It was like their 25th or 30th year of whatever. You know, they did great. The concert was okay. Definitely just a bunch of metalheads just rocking out to Korn and stuff like that. Not. You know, I don't remember, like, it being like, oh, God, this is super amazing, but I don't remember being, oh, bad, like, kind of thing. I definitely think it's in the middle of everybody. It's kind of like where Queen Irby is and kind of that kind of stuff, for sure. But they did great. Once again, it's at the venue I talked about with 21 Pilots and Hozier. So this one was like a mid one where, like, there was a bunch of people there, but it wasn't, like, so crazy where you couldn't move, like, in Hozier. So, like, it wasn't nobody there, like, 30 seconds. It wasn't super full like Hozier. And I think that's kind of where it's at. Where I like to kind of be at, kind of like this, like, you know, enough that there's a vibe there, but not so full that you can't move. This has happened also with Ghost. It was kind of the same feeling too, so they're really cool. Next up was Knocked Loose, and Knocked Loose, first of all, was in this really cool setting. It was like on the river in DC, so it was really nice to be there. Had a lot of food and stuff like that. It was like right next to hotels. Like literally, when you walk out, you go to the left, and my hotel was right there. So that was really cool. The venue was really nice, and it was big and open. Knocked Loose did a phenomenal job. The openers were okay. Some were better than others. Definitely, something for sure. But Knocked Loose did a great job. I don't know how he just can scream and do all that kind of stuff, and it gets the crowd going. And once again, it's kind of reminds me of like 21 Pilots, how they're so like intertwined with like the audience stuff, and they're really connecting and like trying to be as interactive as possible, like doing the Wall of Death, making people do circle pits. And mosh pits, circle pits, mosh pits, and stuff like that, and like everything else is a lot of fun. They did a great job. They sound amazing live. Yeah, definitely really, really good. Really good for sure. Make sure you check them if you like that. And I promise you, it's really, really heavy. So watch out for that one. Last up, I know it's Broken Side. I know people are going to be making fun of me, but Broken Side was like one of my favorite bands growing up. They still are one of my favorite bands. I don't care what you're going to say. I like them a lot. I like rap pop music. That's just what I like. That's what I like. You see 21 Pilots, you see Queen Irby, you see bands that have this kind of rap pop music. I love that stuff. I don't know what it is. I just love it. Broken Side, it was something. It was something. First of all, the venue, I promise there was 10 people there. I promise you it was maybe 15 to 20 people there. That was it. Nothing else. 10 to 15 people. Promise you, that's that's how big it was. Maybe 15 people there. They were actually opened up for a different band. They were actually it was a co-headlining with somebody else that I can't remember. It was a heavy metal band from the Carolinas that I don't remember anymore. Yep, I don't remember them anymore. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I wasn't there. When Broken Side played, it was like an hour plus drive to get there, and I was like, I'm going. We're going to see Broken Side. We're driving this hour plus drive to see them. I'm pretty sure they were doing drugs on stage, but you know what? That is what it is. They're like 6-7 songs and did their 40 minutes, and that was it. And you know what? That was perfect for me. Was it the best? Nope. Was it the worst? Nope. Was the venue something? The venue was something. It definitely reminded me of like early 2000s seeing shows at a local event kind of thing. And you're like, yep, this band, you would think this band, was a nobody. but they definitely used to be somebody. You probably know who they are. So yeah, they're definitely in the middle too. Maybe a little bit lower, just because they were okay. They weren't the worst, they weren't the best. So yeah, that's all the bands I saw. It's hard for me to rank the order of them. I'm gonna be real honest with you. Chelsea did give me her list, and I'll read that. So her list, if you're curious, because I don't know, it's gonna be hard for me to break it down. Her number 1 was Knocked Loose. She's a huge Knocked Loose fan. She loves him a lot. Number 2 is Gambino. Number 3 is Glass Animals. Number 4 is Electric. And number 5 is Hozier. Probably around the same there. I'd probably put like 21 Pilots a little bit above. You know, Hozier, I mean, I'm probably looking at like, because you have to like, I had to include everything. So like with the set and stuff like that, I think it's going to be like Glass Animals / Gambino. Right? We're talking about the whole overall experience, right? Glass Animals, Gambino, maybe 1 or 2, somewhere in there. Clancy, 21 Pilots, maybe 3. Probably 3. Electric Callboy, 4. Knocked Loose, maybe 5. And then from there, maybe like Queen Irby, Green Day, Korn, Brokencyde, 30 Seconds, Hozier, Electric Callboy. Yeah, I put Hozier at 11. I'm just going to be honest with you. Wait. I mean, Hozier, then Midas. I said Electric Callboy, but Midas definitely last. Like I said, is it overall experience for me? Yeah, I think that's fine. Gambino, Glass Animals, 1 to 2. Whatever you want to put him at, number, whatever. 21 Pilots, number 3. Knocked Loose. Knocked Loose, Queen Irby, Green Day, Korn, Brokencyde, Glass Animals, Hozier, Midas. I'm missing somebody. I don't know. You get the picture though. So yeah, if you went to any concerts last year, let me know. Hopefully you like this little breakdown. Like I said, next year we have System of a Down, we have My Chemical Romance, we have Pierce the Veil. So those are 3 I already have lined up. Oh, Tyler Curtis. We already have 4 lined up for next year. So we already have 4 slots filled. We'll see how many we can do next year. More or less than 12. Who knows? We're also seeing MCR twice, which is great because they have different openers in both places. We'll see them in Chicago and we'll see them in Philly. So if you're going to be there, let me know. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. See you whenever. Alrighty. Bye.